Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time and allowing me to share my experience with Ron and my coaching experience with him. What led me to coach with Ron? Well, I was going through a very challenging time in my life, personally and professionally. And one of my best friends, Adam Clark, uh, who I have the utmost respect for, and I've worked with him on small projects. We had spent a lot of time together, and he kind of just made an observation, and he just made a suggestion, hey, you should talk to Ron. I think he can help you. So solely based on Adam's recommendation, I met with Ron, and it's been history ever since. And I definitely am very grateful that I had the opportunity to meet Ron and continue to work with him. The key benefits that I receive from Ron's coaching is, what's interesting is it's I get to tailor the experience based on what I need that day. Like, there are days that I go and, like, I'll say to him, "Hey, like, can you put on your counselor or therapist hat today because um, I need to get some stuff off my chest and I really need to talk about this." Or he'll ask me, like, "Hey, like, what's on your mind today?" And I'll just say, "You know what? I really need you to be a coach for me right now. I'm going through a lot of challenges at work, and I want to figure out how I can arrive at the best solution and get the best performance." So that's the cool thing, because I'm tailoring the experience to however what I need that day. But the way Ron does it is he already has a game plan. There's something that he wants to teach me that day. So he always listens. He's an amazing listener, and he will receive the information and he'll work it into his lesson plan for the day. So I get the best of two things, where he's addressing my immediate concerns, but he's also giving me the tools to walk away from that I need that day. Now, do I see the cost of working with Ron as an expense or an investment? Well, the counseling for me is fairly new, and initially, for sure, it felt like an expense, but a valuable one. Like, I always feel better after talking to Ron. Um, but for if I were to say to anyone, if you've never had this type of coaching or this kind of professional relationship, you have to give it time, because now I truly understand that it is definitely an investment myself. Because what I do is, over time, I'll reflect on how I do things, how I approach people, life, work, and I start to realize that I'm using the tools Ron is equipping me with at my disposal at will. And it's one of those things, like, we'll have maybe a really information rich lesson, and I have to review it. And then I realize you're not going to be able to do it all that day, that week, or even that month. You have to take in the bits of information of what you're capable of accepting and practicing and building on top of that. So you build a foundation with him and you keep practicing and you keep building on top. And then I started to realize I've been using tools from when I first met him, and then I start integrating it with new tools, or it's giving me a much broader perspective of how to take in information from people, and that helps put a lot of things in perspective for me. And I've definitely become a lot more effective professionally, but I've also become a lot more empathetic as well. So I'm learning so much as we keep having these meetings. And what I love is Ron really, it truly is personalized, because he works with people that he has a connection with. Like, I wouldn't say he would just work with anybody. And we've established this relationship where he knows what's going on in my life, he follows up on it, and we kind of interlace my experiences in life and the lessons. And that to me is amazing, because it's helping me really deal and grow with things as a person. And I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen to my experience that I've had with Ron.